Hello, everybody. Ian here from We Offer Wellness for another episode of Meet the Providers. And tonight we have the lovely Naomi. So,
Hi,
Naomi, welcome. Hello.
thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You are in our first 100 providers, actually. So,
Oh,
we're in
that's
this,
amazing.
yeah. And you did the old-fashioned type form, which I know is a bit of a difficult one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
But Dan, our techie guy, he's updated, so we've got our own version now. But all that aside, that's admin stuff. Let's get into the juicy bits and the good stuff. All right. So, Naomi, where are you located, and where can people find your
Um,
experiences?
yeah, sure. I'm in Tunbridge, a Tunbridge woman, so Kent. Um, and I do a couple of different things in different locations. So I run goddess circles in the Angel Community Centre in Tunbridge. So that's nice and central. And then we go into the woods to have our woodland wellbeing sessions and our day retreats. And I've just started doing sound baths. So I'm going to do a mixture of both, some in the woods and some indoors.
Oh, wonderful! I want to talk to you about the sound baths then. So, oh yeah, so let's talk about it now. So, you're interested in the sound then? How did that sort of come about?
I think that was kind of a natural progression for me, really, sort of being in this industry and going along to those kind of things myself. So the services that I offer are also services that I like to experience. And I have had amazing sound baths and thought I would love to add that to my collection. So I've just recently completed that course, and I'm really excited to get going. I haven't actually delivered a session yet, but I'm due to do one at my next Woodland event, which is just over a week's time. So I'm really excited about that.
Wonderful. So we'll expect to see more experiences from you on the website that relate to sound as well, or at least
Yeah.
incorporating that in. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about you then, okay? Because part of these provider chat and meet calls were about bringing to life the experiences, and what you do. So give us some background then, how you found yourself in this world of wellness. What's going on there?
Yeah, of course. So, a Tunbridge woman. I'm a mum of two, and the services I offer, with the exception of the sound bath, the majority of the services that I offer females, um, or for those who identify as a woman, because I think through having my own experiences as a woman, I wanted to really sort of niche that. Um, I've been through difficult times myself, and that's how I kind of got onto my journey of looking after myself and wellness and all the rest of it, and kind of delving into my own spirituality and stuff. Um, so that's how I got there. My sound bath sessions are open for anyone. That's healing. And yeah, they're just beautiful sessions that anyone can attend. But I really try and focus on looking after women for our retreats. I think for sort of safety, a sort of a pact and a sisterhood. But we delve into topics that are really sort of female experience. So I think if men came along, they'd think, "What are you all talking about?" We talk about our own sort of like bodily cycles and stuff like that. So that's why I focus mostly on looking after women.
Well, it looks like you enjoy it. So, on the website, you've got moon circles listed in there. So, tell us a bit about that then. So, I take it astrology is also something of interest to you.
Absolutely. So moon circles started, and I run them alongside my goddess circles. They're very similar, but and again, quite female in that respect. So that sort of comes from the term living by the moon, which is mostly a sort of female concept because as humans, we're made up of mostly water, that's men and women, but as women, we follow a similar cycle to the moon. So, living by the moon is, in essence, resting and having periods of production where the sort of masculine sort of side of that is living by the sun. Men have got more of a sort of daily cycle, and women, yeah, follow a monthly cycle. And largely down to our sort of own cycles and that sort of thing, we do have periods in a month when we could feel more energetic and times when we need rest. So I think that's, you know, as far as I'm concerned, one of the massive differences between men and women and our cycles and the sort of cycles that we live by. So that's really what moon circles are sort of embracing. We talk about the full moon, the new moon, and that kind of thing, and try and incorporate rituals, which is something that men and women have done throughout history, but there's something really beautiful and female about it. And it's taking a sort of moment out of our day to look after ourselves, and incorporate a little bit of magic into our lives. And again, I guess in a way, for our history, there were the witch trials a long time ago, and that's something that I've explored. And I feel like my ancestors could have been affected by stuff like that. And although men and women were affected by it, it was mostly women. So again, it's a way of kind of reclaiming our history and our being and that kind of thing. So it incorporates all sorts of things. It's lots of self-care and a little bit of magic. So just time out for ourselves.
So out of the two, you mentioned they're outdoor. So this is like the retreats. The you've got one coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
And how often throughout the year are you doing these sort of retreats and so forth?
Yeah, so I try to do them according to the wheel of the year. So again, that's sort of a pagan slash Wiccan concept. Um, Although it's an ancient practice, but that would be celebrating the solstices, the equinoxes, and the festivals in between. So that's something that I enjoy doing. And I know that there are other people that enjoy it and it's special to them. And they're quite nice little markers to sort of appreciate what's going on outside in nature. And the whole reason, really, of doing the retreats is the goddess circles and the moon circles are lovely and wonderful, but they are 90 minutes long. So for lots of people, that's ideal. That fits around childcare and work and all the rest of it. But for the retreats, they're longer. We can go into the woods. We spend about 6 hours or so together, sort of celebrating nature and being together. And then it's more of a day and it's more special. But that doesn't suit everybody. Not everybody's got a whole day to spare, but those that have, then we've got an opportunity to go deeper as well with some of our topics of conversation. So two very special ways, really, of appreciating nature and getting to know ourselves. That really is the magic of it all, that we are all on these journeys of sort of self-discovery as well, and reconnecting with other women. So yeah, yeah,
It's lovely.
ways to spend time
It,
together.
Naomi, it's lovely, and certainly in more recent years, there's been as I see it, more of an increase in people looking to some of the pagan arts, Wicca,
Yeah,
which is almost something in people instinctively knowing we've got to find those connections back into nature again, in whatever way that may be, you know.
yeah,
And one of the things that we do is we look into the past, into history, and I always kind of think that's great. Let's bring it into the now, you know, let's
yeah,
make it relevant for to now, and also seek what's next, you know. So what you're
yeah,
doing puts you into that area, and it's wonderful, isn't it? You know, so
yeah.
look, really, really good then. So look, we're really pleased to have you. Okay.
Thank you.
And just keep adding experiences and we do to bring people towards you because just as you've communicated then and demonstrated really, you know, you love what you do and there'll be other people out there that are kind of looking for this as well, you know, so hopefully we can
Yeah.
connect you with those sort of people. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right then. Well,
Well,
you
thanks so
enjoy.
much for having me and for allowing me to be on board. And obviously, as one of the founding members, I understand. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we appreciate that. And part of recording this and having this means that we can always sort of hold on to this sort of thing. So look, wonderful, Naomi. We'll see you around soon. And if people want to come into the We Offer Wellness website, come and look for Naomi Charlotte Wellness, isn't it? Yeah.
Thanks so
So we'll
much.
find you in there with some of those keywords that Naomi's been talking about. Right then. That's great. See ya.